Hi, everyone. This is Dr. Catherine Kelly, and I am so excited about things that are happening and things that are coming and things that are coming together. I talk all the time about evolution, and one of the most, I guess, important and incredible things that's happening right now is that I'm having lots and lots of practitioners contact me, practitioners and coaches and healing professionals and even administrators contacting me right now about and educators contacting me right now about how is it that I'm integrating a lot of the traditional work that I do, the psychological work, the public health work, the health related kinds of services with the soul spirit services. So with a lot of the soul healing work that I do, whether it's soul coaching or Akashic record readings or the even some past life work, I'm having people contact me from all over really the world, but definitely in the United States. And it's been such a wonderful affirmation. And it's made me even more excited about working moving forward to train other healthcare professionals and coaches and administrators and educators. It's just, I cannot believe how wonderful it is to see so many practitioners realizing that they've got to bring the soul back into their practices. The reason I'm doing this video about this is that, like I said, it's just been so extraordinary to see so many practitioners. I just had a 90-minute conversation with someone that lives in Minnesota, and she's a psychologist, and she's understanding that the soul is so much more important than what she was trained to do. Had a conversation with someone who does energetic healing. He lives near Sedona. That was a couple weeks ago. I had another, in fact, she's another therapist now that I think about it, in Denver, Colorado. We had about a 2-hour conversation a couple weeks ago. I have people from all over North Carolina contacting me. I have practitioners from, let's see, there's one in, let's see here, where is she? She's New Hampshire. I've got people from everywhere contacting me, and people around the world, like I said, wanting to know how it is that they can start to integrate more and more of what they do into their practices. They're seeing their clients or their patients go to other healthcare practitioners or other spiritual practitioners because they can't offer what it is that they're seeking. So I do, and I jokingly but not so jokingly say it does take a village. It takes a number of different practitioners and a number of different specialists to help us through this very difficult human condition pathway through life. But also, it's already happening. And the reason I say that is thousands and thousands and thousands of people are already seeking out spiritual healing and energetic healing and obviously massage therapy, which is body work and different kinds of healing. And knowing how the soul functions and how the soul is part of all of this is so important. And I've said this multiple times, and I do believe it. It's a very strong statement, but I'm to the point where I actually feel like it's almost unethical for practitioners and educators not to understand the soul part of life, because there is so much that they could be doing to help their clients and patients move forward in a much bigger way. So it's really kind of amazing. I can't even tell you how many different medical practitioners have been contacting me also for soul healing sessions, because either themselves or someone they know are struggling with some health conditions of their own, and they know that there's something deeper going on, but the healthcare providers don't know how to help them. So, I've had lots of people contact me. I had a physician contact me a few months ago that her daughter was dealing with something pretty significant. And I helped her understand what her daughter had gone through in past lives that made help this person make sense of why this is happening to her now. I've helped energetic. Boy, I've got a lot of clients who are having a lot of health problems that are contacting me to help them understand how it's all connected and how it's causing depression, how it's causing anxiety, how it's really kind of wearing them down in this lifetime. I had a client, I've worked with this client for probably 5 years now, about 5 years, give or take. Very chronic depression, very deep depression. She's been on every medication in the world. She went through TMS, which is the magnetic resonance treatment, which actually has extraordinary results. It just doesn't last. And she and I had a conversation this past week that basically the thing that she has found the most significant is that when she and I started working together, I helped her see all the different angles. And we did some past life work. We didn't know it was going to be past life work, but we did some soul work about 2.5, 3 months ago that shifted a whole lot of the trauma that she had as a child. And we didn't know it was going to turn into past life work, but the soul healing work, she automatically started going into a past life. And this was a woman, she's a PhD, she's a retired professor. She did not believe the soul healing stuff. She didn't know what to think about it, but she was the one who spontaneously started to experience the past life work and understood why some of her trauma that she's held for so long was there and how it stuck. And as soon as I walked her through that process of helping her kind of unlock that energetic imprint, the trauma was gone. And when I saw her last week, I asked her, "So how are you doing since all of that?" She's like, "I don't feel any of it at all." She explained how she can go through life, and the things that she would see that would trigger her before don't trigger her anymore. So why am I bringing this to your attention now? And it's twofold. Number one, just to start scratching the surface and breaking those seals of the idea that traditional work is the only work that can take you where you need to be, because they're so much deeper. And people who keep butting up against the same thing over and over again, and they've tried everything under the sun that they know from a traditional healing perspective, and they can't get there. And even a lot of the holistic perspectives, sometimes energy work is not enough, sometimes massage work is not enough. We hold stuff in our bodies. But I want the public to understand that there is so much more under the surface and so much more that could be done in order to help you understand why you can't get past those glitches or those very difficult things. So I want you as the public to understand that. And then any of you who are practitioners and professionals who might have an inkling that the soul work is important, but not know where to go with it, or might also not know where to start, or afraid to start because, traditional practices don't really allow you to go into the spiritual practices. Well, you know, as a person who has a PhD, two master's degrees, and lots of certifications on holistic health, I live somewhere between science and woo. And that's what I tell people. It's like I live like partway through between science and woo, where I understand the science of a lot of things. I understand the spiritual aspect of a lot of things. And I try to help weave it together so you understand how it comes together, because there are so many different layers that, again, if you look at them separately and try to treat them separately, it's not going to get anywhere. But if you start to understand how it's all woven together, you are going to get much further, either as a client and patient or as a practitioner or an educator or an administrator who is trying to really look at the whole picture here. So part two of this is I want you to know also that I have several certifications that I'm going to be launching this fall. The very first one is level 1, and it's basically, again, helping you scratch the surface, helping you understand what is out there. And I have it's trademarked. I've had it trademarked for several years, a soul health model that helps you understand the human condition branches and also the soul, and how there's this strong interplay between all of those branches, as well as that soul part of us that's there to try to guide us. And yet a lot of times we go down the wrong path because we don't know any other way. So these certifications, I'm super excited, especially knowing that all of these practitioners are contacting me right now. I'm super excited to start launching these. And so I just want to start planting seeds, and that if you are interested in more information as a health provider, a holistic health provider, a coach, a administrator, an educator, if you are more interested these days about learning how to integrate the human's condition part of what you probably do every day with some of the spiritual and the soul side and the holistic health side, please contact me, or also send me a message, or like this and keep watching videos and keep following the social media, because as time goes on, especially with the launch of my new website, I'm going to be putting out a lot more information to help you understand how this is all coming together and how you can help your patients more. Now, there's a whole other book series that I'm about to start launching too, that is going to take very common conditions, anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress, grief, sexual issues, go down the line, pain, and I'm going to be writing short books that help you understand the soul side of each one of those. So yes, I'm going to present all of the research side of this, but I'm also going to help you understand what's behind all of this, what's beneath the surface, but behind the science. There's no way to measure some of this stuff. So all you might know is the science part of it. Well, I'm here to bring you the information from the other side so that it integrates in so you understand what you're really capable of helping clients and patients about, but also what is there so you know that maybe there is another practitioner that you might need to refer to. So I just want to help illuminate the fact that there's a human side to everything and there's absolutely a soul side to everything. So throwing this information out there right now because I think it is super important for both the public and practitioners and educators and administrators to understand that there's a lot more that we can be doing to help reach what I call radiant health. So follow me, contact me, call me, whatever you need to do, but I want to get this information out there and I'm so excited to do it. So stay tuned, more to come. Thanks. Bye-bye.